Springtime is almost here, at least in the Midwest. We've had a few warmer days. Harley Davidson has released all their motorcycles, at least most of them, just a few weeks ago. And people turn their mind toward what new motorcycle am I going to buy for the new riding season. Guys, my name is Rick and this is the HDVIBE channel. Today's video, as the thumbnail indicates, I'm not going to be buying a new 2025 or 2024 Harley Davidson touring motorcycle, at least anytime soon. And there's a few reasons as to why. And in today's video, we're going to get into those right after this. Before we get into the heart of today's video, I do want to let you know about a great discount on motorcycle drop guards. If you're not familiar, I will have a link to motorcycledropguards.com down in the description, but this is guards that you put on your engine guard, your rear saddlebag guards, as well as on your primary to protect that motorcycle and hopefully get over that fear of dropping that motorcycle. And if you use the code right now for a limited time, HDVIBE30, you can get a set of these for over 36% off the list price. I think it will come in at about $249.99, which is way less than the cost of replacing your primary. So go check out motorcycledropguards.com and use that code HDVIBE30 to save you some significant money. So let's jump into the video now. So one of the reasons I'm not going to purchase a new Harley Davidson touring motorcycle is, well, I've got 3 right now, and I understand that's probably more than most people have, and I do truly feel that I am blessed. But having said that, I have this Street Glide ST, I have the Street Glide CVO, and I have the Road Glide Special. The ST and the CVO both have the 117 engine, albeit it's not the current version of that 117 engine. These two probably don't differ much in terms of performance and power from the new 117s, maybe a little bit, but not enough for me to say I want to invest $30,000 in a 4th motorcycle, or do I want to go all the way up to that CVO to get to 121? Well, I mean, maybe someday, but it's really not in the cards for me. And then you talk about the Road Glide Special, which if you've been around the channel, I've done a lot of upgrades on that. And I've got that thing really dialed in the way I like it. I did do a stage 2 upgrade on it. And so it really runs great. And I've done some other performance upgrades, suspension and all the sorts. So it's really set up for me. The other reason for that is these motorcycles, while I did finance them, I could have paid cash. Again, very fortunate I could have paid cash for that. But the way I did it was I financed them, and I think my highest interest rate right now is about 4% or maybe 4.5% on one of these. So the interest rates are all very low. But what I did was I took the cash that I would have put into these motorcycles and I invested it in some dividend yielding or money market type accounts. And that income that I have every month from that cash that I invested for these 3 motorcycles covers my payments. So essentially my regular job, which covers all my housing and food and all those sorts of things, is not impacted whatsoever by owning these 3 motorcycles because, again, I'm very fortunate. I can invest that money and have those returns on a monthly basis to cover this. So the next reason that I'm not going to purchase a new Harley Davidson touring motorcycle is, well, I don't really have any more room in the garage. I currently have a 3-car garage, which I think is about 770 square feet. So I've got 3 Harley Davidsons in here. I've also got, and I don't know if it's going to show up, it's off camera possibly, but I do have a V-Star 1100 Yamaha. Then over on the other side of the garage, we do have a Spider F3 Limited. So we've got a lot of motorcycles and a lot of gear in this garage that, well, right now a 3-car garage, I can only get 1 car into the garage. So that is a situation that we need to figure out how I can alleviate that. But unless I sold one of these motorcycles or traded one in, which I'm not sure which one I would trade in, my thought would be I'd probably trade in the CVO, Street Glide. But each of these motorcycles for me really has a purpose. So the Road Glide I typically take on longer trips because I like the way it's set up. The ST behind me here, I use that for a lot of my slow speed practice skills to make sure that I'm controlling that bike in whatever situations. And again, the CVO, it's a great motorcycle. It is a bit heavier than the ST. It's a really cool bike to look at, but I don't ride it as much as the other two. And I'm running out of room. The garage is pretty full. And one thing we've recently invested in is a way to alleviate that space limitation probably in the next, well, maybe 6 to 8 months. Let's get on to the last reason. Obviously, as I mentioned earlier, space is at a premium in my garage. And well, as you can see, this garage is really set up for storing motorcycles. And really, through this YouTube channel, I have a lot of great support for some great brands that I have banners on the walls for those brands that support the channel. None of these brands pay me to put out videos. Sometimes they provide me with a product, or sometimes they offer a discount code for you, the viewers. And sometimes there's affiliate links where I make just a little bit of money, but really this is all set up primarily for storing these motorcycles and bringing you this content via YouTube. And it's been clear for probably the last 2 to even more than that years that this is just not enough space. So what we did as a family just a few months ago is we had purchased 5 acres of land in a rural setting. I love where we live now. I love our house. It's plenty big. It provides a lot of room for the family, but garage space is lacking. So we invested in purchasing this land, and the next step is we need to design a home that will work for us for the long term. And then secondarily, but maybe primarily, the biggest driver was getting more garage space. And we've been working on a plan where I will have a dedicated garage space, which will be probably 25 by 35, that will be specific for these motorcycles, for this YouTube channel, and all the like. So we are in the process of designing a new home, one that has garage space that will, again, I'm very blessed, we're very blessed as a family that potentially will have 5 car parking spaces, 2 of which will be used just for motorcycles, and then another 3 car space that I'll kind of show just a high level here on the screen as to what we're looking at. We're still working through all that process, but as I said, right now my focus is not on getting a new motorcycle, but really on getting this home design, getting this garage design so that I have good space for all of these motorcycles. And more than likely, I'm probably going to have to invest in some sort of tractor instead of buying a motorcycle. I also want to let you know that I did start another YouTube channel. So if you are interested in following our journey on that land and what we're doing with building a home and clearing some land, and you like that type of content in addition to Harley Davidson or motorcycle related content, that channel is called Mo Outdoor Vibe. I'll have a link down in the description to that channel. Go check out the videos. I don't have a lot of videos up there, but you may find them interesting as we're kind of scouting around the land and looking where we're going to put that home site, and a few other things that we've done along the way, and more to come on that channel. But I'd really appreciate if you go check it out. If you'd subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Check out some of the videos, give them thumbs up, share, etc. So I'd really appreciate that. There's no specific reasons or issues I have with Harley Davidson motorcycles that have come out in 2025. They're great motorcycles. Yes, the prices have gone up, but really, relatively speaking, for the Road Glide, the Street Glide, if you take inflation into account, the prices really haven't gone up that much. It sounds expensive relative to the world that we live in, but if you think about housing, I bought the house that I'm currently in 2015. The price of that home in today's market compared to what I paid in 2015 has almost doubled, which good for me. But that also means when we build the new home, it's probably going to be way more expensive to build than if I would have built a home 10 years ago. So I guess I kind of put it relative to what is going on in the world and economics. And, you know, yes, on the surface, $30,000 or more seems like a lot for a motorcycle, but relative to pricing in the past, taking into account inflation, it's not that bad. And the motorcycles are great. I just, at this time, don't have a reason or can't justify buying that. So guys, if you like this type of content, please give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button right down here. I'd really appreciate it. Go check out the new channel. Share this with your friends. And leave some comments down below. Are you in the market for a new Harley Davidson motorcycle? How do you think about purchasing a Harley Davidson motorcycle? What impact does that have on you personally as well as your finances? And are you actually going to buy one in 2025? Spring is right around the corner. We finally got some warm days here and I'm really looking forward to it. So if you want to see more on all the installs I've done on some of these motorcycles, go check out this playlist, check out this video, and go right up here to be able to subscribe to the HDVIBE channel.